Should Minnie Mouse get a makeover? Welcome to Mark and Pete Live. I'm Pete the Clergyman. With me, as usual, is Mark the Businessman. And we've got an interesting topic to talk about this week. So, Mark, lay it on us. What's happening with Minnie Mouse? Some sort of
Yes.
redesign. Sounds like sacrilege to me.
Well, indeed, it's controversy, folks. Yes, what has Disney finally done? Yes, it's actually the news is about the world's most famous female mouse is getting a massive makeover. Why is this, you might say? Well, as we all know, the Minnie Mouse is some character, as we know, that epitomizes Disney's idea of fun. But most importantly, most people would recognize her for her little red dress and actually being, a character that we all know and love. Now, what's happened here is that Stella McCartney has now decided that she is going to celebrate 30 years of Disneyland's Paris resort with a redesign of Minnie Mouse. Now, what does this mean? She's now wearing a blue suit, and instead, this has caused much controversy. Well, many people think that this is really not really on. It's taking away her femininity. Quite simply, out of the blue, a mega mini moment. Minnie Mouse once wore a skirt, but her new trousers are truly tricky. Her blue blazon leaves fans hurt. Now they think she's taking the mickey. Yes.
She certainly is. Yeah.
Clergyman. Pete, let me ask you this. What do you think of this new makeover? Maybe a little bit controversial, and she's lost her femininity.
Well, let me start by saying that that sort of suit, in real life, well-fitted, well-designed suit on a woman looks attractive, and there's no reason it can't be feminine. But when you're talking about a character which is a cartoon character, so you have to have a simple recognition that this mouse is the female mouse. Well, just like in your poem, you need to not take the Mickey. You can't be the Mickey. You need to be the Minnie. So it just takes it just in a cartoon character. This doesn't work because
No.
there's a confusion. Then who are you looking at? Is that Mickey or Minnie? Who is it? And just
Well, yes.
without not talking about the sexuality or the gender, simply saying that in this particular case, you wanted to tell the difference which sex was which.
Yes.
And you can't tell the difference between the characters because of that. So I think
Well,
this is a mistake. Surely the redesign uh, could have incorporated something a little bit more obviously feminine. I think Stella McCartney is at fault here. I think that she hasn't come up with a good design.
well,
Send it back. Send it back to her.
I first saw this, I did think it was Mickey Mouse, but of
Oh,
course,
right, you
it's
did.
meant
Yes,
to
yes.
be Minnie Mouse.
Yes.
But I do agree. But there's something even more controversial, and
Yes.
many, shall we say, little wits out there, folks, have probably said, well, hold on, this reminds me of some other comic character, and it looks like Hillary Clinton's fondness for suits.
Yeah, we just put the image on the screen. There you
When
are.
she
Yes.
was wearing her infamous blue suit, trying to become the president of the United States, when, of course, she lost to
Yes,
Donald
I
Trump.
think personally, I think it's more likely Minnie Mouse is going to become
Well,
president.
indeed, that may be the case. Now, of course, obviously, wits will look at this and think, hold on. How far can you really go? I don't have a problem with celebrating, first of all, the one main cause behind this, of course, which is 30 years of the Euro Disney site. I've been there.
Oh, have you?
Great
Oh, yeah,
entertainment.
yeah, yeah.
Of course, things have moved on. And we all know that obviously the characters themselves have been around for many, many years. Walt Disney was a pioneer, of course, in creating characters. We love them and we love the stories. But when you do tinker with a famous character and you take away their identity, it's no surprise that not only that can people not relate to it, but I think really you've gone too far. So I agree with you. I think what I was expecting was perhaps, for example, I would have thought that she would have kept the same sort of sartorial elegance, but changed it with the blue in the in her skirt, because
Mm.
that would have made it better. When you put her in trousers, I'm sorry to have to say, or shorts, I think it's Mickey. I think it's a boy. And so, what would have been better to have had maybe the blue and the black and maybe gold of Europe. and wave the European flag around the dress, and that would
Yeah,
possibly have been
yeah.
better.
Well, it is partly the dark, somber colours that been given to Minnie Mouse that make it seem less girly anyway. And Minnie
Possibly.
Mouse is sort of a girly figure. I mean,
Yes.
um,
She does
eh,
have a ribbon in her hair.
yes. Yes, that's true. She does have a ribbon. Yes, I'll give you that. But yes, Minnie Mouse now wearing a dark looking blue suit with some dark splodges on it.
Mm.
That's the look they're going for. But this is just a celebration. It's only temporary, isn't it? It isn't like
Oh,
there's
yes,
a
just
redesign of the
I
character.
know that there are many people out there thinking, "My goodness, what's happened to the world?" No, folks, don't worry. She will find her way back to her wardrobe and go back to her
Yeah,
standard
so
skirt.
perhaps we
Yes.
could leave it with this. We're actually asking the viewers and listeners just, what other characters could do with a redesign like this, with some sort of changes to their dress, and also what politicians could do with a redesign so they look more like a cartoon character.
Mm.
Maybe some of them don't need any redesign at all. Well, that's it from us on the Mark and Pete live show for now. Do remember to subscribe, leave a comment at the bottom, and let us know what you think. Catch you next time.